Right now, we are following some breaking news out of Iran. A helicopter carrying Iran's president and foreign minister has reportedly crashed. Now, there are conflicting reports right now about the severity of the crash. Iran state media is reporting that a plane made a hard landing over weather concerns and would not provide any further information. However, the Associated Press and the New York Times this morning reporting that a major search operation currently underway and that the plane has yet to be discovered almost 5 hours after the crash. Of course, we'll follow this, keep you posted.
Iran state news is reporting Iranian officials now know the exact location of a helicopter that crashed with the country's president, Ebrahim Raisi, on board. Cold temperatures, fog, and nightfall have all made it challenging for search crews who have been at it now for 10 hours. For more now on this development, I'm joined now by CNN senior national security analyst Juliet Kayyem and John Alterman, director of the Center for Strategic and International Studies Middle East program. Good to see both of you. All right, John, you first. I mean, this seems to be a pretty sizable development, but the terrain is still going to be a challenge. What do we know about this area, how mountaineers, medics, search teams will be utilized?
It is pretty remote. It's all the way tucked into the upper left-hand corner of Iran near the Azerbaijan border. There aren't a lot of people. The whole province has about 50,000 people. So there's not a lot of infrastructure. There aren't a lot of people to help out. An advantage for the government is that means there aren't a lot of pesky eyes looking around. If they want to hold news in, they want to control the news, it's much easier in a place like this location than if it happened in a more populated area where it'd be much harder to control the news.
And Juliet, our Oren Lieberman reported that the U.S. is monitoring the situation, but has to maintain a distance. What are the risks?
Oh, that we don't want to be any part of this if this was the result of, the wind and the fog and a risky helicopter ride. I mean, in other words, the tensions are so high that we need to de-escalate. There are going to be rumors about how this happened, and the United States cannot be seen as saying the wrong thing at all engaged. I will say, so they're monitoring it. I know the EU and other entities have been helping with surveillance for the Iranians to try to find the helicopter. The news that we just got.
That's suspicious.
Absolutely. There are no indications of foul play at this point. As we cover this developing story, there are questions, though, about what this means for Iran as a country amid a very delicate security situation across the Middle East. And the short answer is that it doesn't really affect the operations of Iran when it comes to a national security level, despite the fact that there is a massive story unfolding right now with the helicopter belonging to Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi missing, along with the country's foreign minister. And when you look at the Iranian political structure, at the very top, you have Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, who ultimately makes the decisions both militarily and politically for Iran. So this is certainly a story that the entire world will continue to follow. But again, we have very limited information about what exactly took place. At this hour, we can report that the helicopter that was carrying Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi along with the country's foreign minister is missing in northern Iran. And at this hour, we understand it is nightfall in Iran, and there are search and rescue teams on the ground looking in foggy conditions for this helicopter crash site.
That's suspicious.